Hey guys, it's time for a review of the new Murder on the Orient Express movie. Before we get started with this one, I do think it's worth pointing out that I've never seen the 1974 Sidney Lumet film, and I'm only vaguely familiar with the details of the Agatha Christie source material. Might surprise some of you that I was not a fan of reading as a kid, but anyway, that is how I jumped into this screening. The movie stars Kenneth Branagh as famed detective Hercule Poirot. While aboard the Orient Express, a passenger is murdered, and it's up to Poirot to figure out who did it. One of the things that keeps Murder on the Orient Express firmly afloat is Branagh, as a director, but more so as the star. He is just radiant and delightful as Poirot. He's eccentric, but also exudes warmth, and while his confidence may kill some of the suspense of the film, there is some appeal in just sitting back and watching him figure everything out himself. He's also got great chemistry with the entire ensemble. Again, suspense is a major issue here because it's a mystery movie and it basically has none, but a big part of the reason that the end reveal is effective is because Branagh's interrogation with every single one of the passengers is both personal and also slightly unique. He's got his methods for sure, but it's a train filled with vastly different personalities, and Branagh makes it abundantly clear that they do need to be assessed differently. And as for those other personalities, they all do get their time to shine. Their introductions and the overuse of train set tracking shots moving from one character to the next do feel forced, but once you're in the thick of the story, or maybe nearing the end reveal at least, each one of them actually does start to mean something. These characters are not particularly meaty roles for anyone, but Daisy Ridley does stand out. She is clearly a very natural on-screen charmer, and so is Josh Gad, who gets to show off a little more range in this one. Johnny Depp, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Judi Dench, all solid as well, but really, this is a movie that's mainly determined to highlight Branagh as Poirot and also the lavish train. Visually, there are some issues with the movie. There are some stunning frames and incredible camera moves, but they don't really establish the geography of the Orient Express as well as they probably should have. I, for one, would have liked to have a better understanding of the order of the train compartments when I'm in the middle of a mystery. There's also some noticeable issues with the digital components compared with the physical sets. It's nothing too terrible, but sometimes it does feel like it's got a painted, stage-like backdrop quality to it. And now, back to that suspense issue. I've brought this up before when covering mystery movies. When you're working with a whodunit, there has just got to be some sort of ticking clock or building tension, and we don't really have that here. The fun of Murder on the Orient Express is watching Poirot zip around and find and figure out every single detail with little to no second guessing or doubt. It's done well enough that it makes the movie a decent sit back and relax and let him do the work kind of watch, but if you're looking for something more engaging that entices you to play along, this isn't really it. Surprisingly enough though, I still found the big finish pretty satisfying, but it's still a story you're being told, not one that satisfies you because you've enjoyed trying to figure it out yourself. I'm going to give Branagh's Murder on the Orient Express 3 Deweys out of 5 on the Dewey Decimal movie scale. It's kind of shallow and lacks suspense, but it still has enough playful energy and entertainment value to make it worth recommending, and given what happens in the end, I walked away from this one pretty satisfied. So those are my thoughts, but now I need yours. If you catch Murder on the Orient Express this weekend, tell me what you think about it in the comments below. And before we close out, I've got to give Nathan a Patreon shout out. Nathan's been a huge support on Patreon, social media, and YouTube for a while now. So Nathan, thank you so much for everything. And a huge thanks to everyone watching this video right now. Do like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you real soon with more movie reviews.